I got up from my desk a few days ago, walked all the way across the house, and stood there. I could not, for the life of me, think of what I had intended to do or what was so important that I'd broken into my work to do it. It was disconcerting to truly have no idea. And, it didn't come to me. It was like I'd been hijacked by part of my brain that I didn't have access to. We all have moments when we lack mental clarity. But lack of clarity can also become a problem. Do you often struggle to put thoughts together? Or have trouble remembering what you were doing? There are 9 kinds of mental clutter that can end up causing you to lose focus and keep you from greater success. Before we starting, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like and share to help more people to get access to this content. And let's begin. Number 1. Negative self-talk. The majority of us have a voice in our heads that dictates information to us. It could be a voice that prompts you to say something during a conversation, or the voice that tells you what it is that you truly want in a given situation. It is the voice that speaks to you about how you look when you look in the mirror, or the voice that talks to you in terms of your self-esteem. It can be both positive and negative. This type of self-talk, when it is negative, can create a significant amount of mental clutter in our heads. When you tell yourself that a specific goal that you're trying to accomplish is impossible, it can end up actualizing a situation where you end up failing. Number 2. Worrying. Another kind of mental clutter that many people deal with involves worrying. For some people, this worrying can be chronic. While it is fine to worry about certain things every once in a while, when the worry starts to take over your life, it becomes chronic and can even become addictive or compulsive. For example, those who worry excessively, it might be challenging for them to recognize that certain situations are out of their control. Not everything in life is predictable, but for sane people, this fact can sometimes prove to be unbearable for them. Number 3. Fear. Fear can also clutter your mind and prevent it from effectively processing information. If you have ever experienced the feeling of dread in regard to a situation that you've never dealt with before, then you're aware of the fact that fear can stop you in your tracks. Fear can prevent you from being able to accomplish what should or needs to be performed, while also being able to manipulate your brain in the process. Number 4. Guilt. Guilt or shame typically manifests in the mind when we're not happy with the decisions that we've made that we aren't excited about. This becomes twofold when the choices that we've made in the past end up hurting people we care about or people who have trusted us in some way. Guilt can end up taking a lot of mental space up in your mind when you aren't able to let go of your poor choices. Number 5. Regret. The 5th kind of mental clutter is regret. It is essential to realize that every single, self-defined, happy person in this world has more than likely done something that they regret. Making a bad decision is just one of the unfortunate realities of being human. It is not about the decision itself, but rather it is more about how you deal with the decision when the outcome isn't what you expect. Number 6. The news. For many people, the daily news can be a trigger point that ends up causing unnecessary worry, guilt, and stress. These days, it can sometimes seem as if everything on the news focuses on violence, controversy, or negativity. If you are used to watching the nightly news, you can determine if it is a trigger point for you by keeping track of how you feel afterward. Number 7. Money. Another trigger point that may cause you mental clutter is the subject of money. It doesn't matter where you are in regards to your career, money is something that causes everyone a lot of fear, worry, and even regret. If you continuously think about money and how to get more of it, there are a few things that you can do to help you think about it less. Start by altering your mindset. Number 8. The past. Another trigger that leads to mental clutter for many of us in the past. Sometimes the past is simply a reference point as we move through life. However, this doesn't mean that we should allow the past to define our future. When you focus on the past, it can seem like your inner demons shine brighter than they should. We've all made mistakes, taken others for granted, and have done things that we are not proud of. If you can start to think of the past as being less defining to who you are today, it can lead to a less cluttered mind when you are making important decisions. Number 9. Your current habits. It is entirely natural to get stuck in your current ways, even if the circumstances don't make you particularly happy. If you feel as if you have an attitude that you can't change things because it's just the way it is, then this is a great place to start decluttering your mind and gaining mental clarity. If you think that your current circumstances are causing a significant level of mental clutter in your life, then you should look at your associates, your material possessions, and your job to see if any of them need altering. Then make a plan to address these things so you can get rid of the mental clutter and gain more mental clarity and achieve greater success.